Things are cold today. Mighty cold. I don't have the handle for this thing. I think they're cured, I think they're set now. Couldn't knock this off. See, the problem with the chisel is these have a tendency to split for some reason. That one's coming out. It's got to be re-glued. Terrific. I have to come back and fill that with Seafarer, which won't cure for days at these temperatures. So close to the other one. Let's try something a little easier and more satisfying. Do I need to cut that? Oh yeah, I need to kind of scrape it off first. So I'm going to scrape it against the paint. Put a little too much on here. Obviously. Scribe it. Do not want to touch up this paint. It's almost like I have to get it all off the tape before I can pull the tape. Finish this off with something plastic. Don't want to hurt the paint. Still got to get just a little bit of this extra. Maybe. Okay. That kind of works. Well, there she is. I thought I was being clever painting first to make sure it was bedded on paint, but in retrospect it'd be easier to get better results painting up to it. But that's all right. I don't know what's up with this staining. I gotta hit this with some soap or vinegar or something, try to get that off. There'll be plenty of that sort of thing later. Plenty of touch-ups going on. I'd originally planned to do a little more fairing of the new seam compound on the starboard side and get some primer on those areas and the plugs I just put in, but I had to reset a plug. It's quite cold. It's not as windy as yesterday. It's going to be even colder tonight. It's going to be below freezing tonight. I don't have a heat source on the boat yet. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It was bad last night. I don't know if I want to do that again. The weather looks much more favorable this weekend. I got to go home for a couple days anyhow. I got work here in New Jersey Monday, something like that, so that could dovetail nicely. If it's warm enough, I might even be able to ride the motorcycle down instead of taking the van, which swills gasoline like it's going out of style. Before I leave today, while they still have the water turned on in the yard, I'm going to give the boat a good wash. I'm also going to move a bunch of stuff from under the boat, move things over to the starboard side so I have more room to do work on the port side. Yeah, give her a bath and then skedaddle, I think. Yeah, definitely needed a bath. Look at this bird poop on my brand new paint. I've also been looking at this. I meant to try to pop this off before I started painting, but I'm going to do it soon. I think what might be going on here is that the corroding steel has pushed this out. Yeah, it didn't look like that before, but whatever gunk was put in here is flaked off, and yeah, I gotta look at that before winter really sets in. I'm gonna have to carefully try to pry this piece of teak off here and see what's going on in there. It's not horrible, but it needs to be looked at right away. So recently, some boat owner I ran into here shared with me a very clever idea for keeping deck drains clear. And he just lays these Scotch-Brite things in there. And if they stay put, I think they will, because where I need to put them, the wind drives everything into that location anyway. This layer will absorb water, so leaves and debris won't get in there, even if the drain gets covered up with leaves, which it will. There's plenty more. They haven't all come down yet. It should keep them from totally clogging it and keep water from pooling on here. In the past, I've had a couple of inches in the starboard side, particularly of the aft deck. So I'm hoping this will help with that. I'm gonna try to. Well, I need 4. First, I'm gonna cut this in half. Now I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna cut a little angle into it, though. Let's see, which way do I want to go? This way or that way? I think I'll go that way. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll cut the other one the same way. And which way did I do it? I did it that way. Right? Ah, that can just kind of go in there. Yeah, that works. And salted. Yeah, they won't stay there permanently, of course, but for when the boat's sitting and leaves are falling on it and rain is falling on it and snow is accumulating on it, I have no plans to cover this cockpit this winter. I'm just going to deal with it. I'll be here once or twice a week for the duration, so I'll be able to keep an eye on it and keep snow and leaves and other debris off. All right. Dougie Fresh is gonna belay me.
I'm a little anal about this shit. Like if your line is not.
No, that's a good sign. It's this is also the deckhand test. I didn't tell you that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta adjust this stupid harness. I should have moved that line out of the way. All right, I'm just gonna, as a test, we'll pause again. Go ahead and belay me.
All right.
Let me know when you got me.
I got you, but your leg there is.
That's all right. There's not a lot of tension. All right, going up again. Yeah, I also wanted to look because woodpeckers have been pecking at this mast. Yeah, my worst nightmare, pretty much. Yeah, I should have used the the peak halyard. I forgot. Okay, go ahead and belay me. Yeah, this isn't gonna work, damn it.
Oh, you're not gonna get up high enough?
Yeah, I gotta go up the other one. I should have known. But let me just look right here while I'm right here. What paint is gonna come down on you? Watch your face. I think they've been pecking on the front. Yeah, I gotta get a little higher. I'm coming down. This is sorted. Close enough. All right. Hold on, I gotta get on the other side, get the safety on the other side of that. Welcome to the 19th century. When boats were wood and men were iron. Okay. Let's hope this doesn't choke too much on the way up. All right, where is the line you're on? Okay, this one. All right, going up. You think, can you do it?
No,
Too hard?
Let's see.
If you, rather than pull down on it, you're pulling up with one hand, just lean back on this. Exactly. Does that work? See what I mean?
Yeah. I should have had the gloves.
Oh.
No, it's good.
Oh, hold on.
This one's harder than the other one.
Why is that? Oh, it's probably the friction there.
Or there's less, less turns in it.
No, it should have the same amount or more. I'm gonna pull with you.
Yeah.
Stop for a second.
All right.
Come down. I didn't close this carabiner all the way. That could be bad. I gotta fix my harness too.
Do a test when you get up there to make sure it's...
All right, let's try this one more time.
Yeah. Good?
Yep. At your own pace. If you want to rest, just let me know.
Want to, like, switch hands in the middle. Ready?
Yep.
Ready? Okay, go. All right, go. All right.
Yep.
And
one more good haul, then we got to stop for a minute.
all right, go.
One more?
Yep.
All right, try to tie me off if you can.
You walk with this, I got you.
Or whatever, let me know when you got me, because I got to let go. All right. Oh, man. All right, let me put it through here. No, that's not good. I needed a longer sling here. Can you do one more quick, short one? That might do it. Don't let me in too much. Okay, ease off a little. All right, I'm pretty secure. That should be good enough. Be aware I may drop this pick on you, so just don't look up. We got, that's looking all right. These are nice. I can't really, I thought I could swing around the front, but I can't. I think I can feel where the woodpeckers have been doing their thing. How I hate them. They've been pecking at the sunny side of this thing in the evening. I'm gonna try to move the camera around so we can see that. Look at that, I can feel it. At least they've been starting to take off the loose paint for me, which is good. Appreciate that, you little... They are migratory. I found out these flickers, they probably already headed south, which is good. I don't need them around anymore. All right, what else? I was gonna check to see if that's a cap or a ring. I don't see daylight. I can't really get up that high. Let me see something here. It's just gonna break if I hold myself on it. You think you can haul me one more little bit?
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Maybe a little more?
Yep.
All right, that's about as good as that's gonna get. I don't know if I see a cap or a ring there. I can't really get up that high. I gotta wait till I get the ratlins on. All right, you can ease me in till I'm safe. I'm still secured up here. I'll let you know when it's taut. All right, I'm just gonna clean this and call this done. Wanted to get up higher, get some of this mold off of here. Can't believe these things aren't rotten. It's crazy. Got no rot there. Freaking woodpeckers, unbelievable. What else do I gotta look at here? That looks okay, the thing that's holding me. Those blocks are looking pretty happening. I wish I could see. Is it a cap? Oh, quite. I'm gonna say cap because I should be able to see daylight through there. All right. I need you to pick me up a little bit one more time, Doug.
You ready?
Yep. Hold on, I gotta go shade higher. Go ahead, get a good pull. Yeah, perfect. Hold that, tie it off if you can.
Got it.
All right, coming down.
Down.
Yep, nice and easy. Yep. More paint may come off. And pause for a moment, please. Oh boy, this thing needs paint sooner rather than later. Oh yeah. All right, coming down.
Okay, here are the coffee. They only have big. This?
Oh man, I hate big coffee.
One's black.
Well, black would be me unless somebody else wants black. I'm not that picky. I will drink it with cream. All right, slacking out. Thank you, Doug. So these are my dear friends, Doug and Lyell. That's Lyell, that's Doug. And they just took possession of that Seafarer I showed you guys
I
the other
finally
day.
came down to see Sean's boat. I've only seen photos up until 2 days ago. And while here doing the tour, he pointed to that little cute thing next door and said, yeah, dude's getting old, doesn't want it anymore, he's giving it away. So we're taking it.
And you said this is your last chance. You're not too old, but it's your
Oh,
last chance.
yeah, he's 78 and his legs
Not that
aren't
Lyle's
working.
old or anything. Lyle's evergreen.
I said, well, I'm in my mid-60s, and this is just newly 64. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me?
64,
Indeed.
absolutely.
Not only will you feed me, you'll give me a boat from your boating neighbor. Woohoo!
Yeah, now we're yard neighbors, which is great. I finally may have friends here who can hand me tools and stuff.
Well,
we
I
can help
also
each other.
offered to help with
And
the
we can
painting
keep
and
an
stuff,
eye on
'cause
each
that is
other's
what
boats.
I do.
What's
so-
that? Oh,
No,
yes.
that I had offered to help with,
Yes.
with the painting and stuff.
Yes. Oh, there will be lots
Painting,
of touch-ups.
varnishing, I do all of it.
I'm excited for them.
I'm excited for us.
Mm.
Thank you, Sean, for the introduction to your neighbor.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw it because I didn't know they were planning on upgrading from their Hobie 16 for years, or I would have suggested them first. But and no one who saw the channel has reached out yet anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I'm glad no one reached out. Yeah, came, saw it. 2 days later, got the title in hand. Woohoo!
So I just found out the welder finally has his hands on the pintle, which is great. I don't know when it'll be ready, but I think today, even though Doug and Lyell had to leave, I'm going to try to sort of temporarily ship this rudder by myself, get it in place. The sooner the better. I don't want rain and snow to start falling on it while it's laying down. I also need the horses for something else, something really exciting. I had some help here. Lives in a pineapple under the sea, absorbent and yellow and porous as he. Easy there. Slide over. Walk over. Where to lay this? Yeah, I forgot that when we lowered it, I had extended the boom with a 2x4. But rather than do that, I think what I can do is use a ratchet strap to get it up and then let it pivot out. So I can at least get that top pintle in. All right, it's clear. Kind of like that. Yeah, that'll do for now. I'll get rid of this. Alrighty then. Wow. The rudder's back on. It almost looks weird. I haven't seen it in so long. This is good. It will weather better like this. And pretty soon I think I'll have my pintle. I don't want to, I have to re-drill these holes. I don't want to do that yet until I have the pintle back on. Make sure the alignment is 100%. I've got sufficient play to get away with what I just did. I think this is going to work great. Yeah. And then once it's all secured, if I get enough decent weather before winter really kicks in, I'm going to finish my boot stripe, get another coat of that stuff on there. I might even start sanding the varnish off that teak, but I could do that in the water. I want to get rid of it eventually. So yeah, I had to free up the horses. I'm not going to start working with it today. I finally got me some cedar. Very nice piece. This is about 18 feet long. I'm not going to need all that much of it. I think this is going to be more than enough to do what I got to do on the port side of the hull. It's not perfect, but neither is what was on there. There's a good amount of heartwood. There's no sapwood. That's not going to be an issue. That'll be part of my waste. It's a little thicker than I need, but that's good. Better that than thinner. I don't know. I have a surface planer at home. I may bring that here. I can't really bring this home. I don't want to cut it in half or anything. It's too big to transport. But I have a surface planer. I may just cut my pieces to length and width and then use the power hand planer to plane them down. I'm gonna have to make a shallow cup on the inside of each plank anyway, so I don't know. It would be cool probably to keep it, the scrap, the waist thick for now, instead of surface planing the whole thing and wasting all that. But it's a pretty nice piece. I think today I'm gonna put it under the boat on edge because I think it's gonna rain. I gotta work all day tomorrow. I think it's gonna be raining Thursday, the day after tomorrow. And I don't want to just leave it out here to suck up water. So exciting. Folks, we are going to start replanking. Anyway, now that I have that wood, I'm free to really think about what I want to do here and start doing it. I have more than enough to replace this whole long piece. Unfortunately, I got to go a little further, but I think what I'm going to do, what I can obviously do now, is delete a butt joint, or move it, I should say. The trouble is, if I move it, I got to get past here. If I go into this bay, that's fine, except only 1.5 bays over, I have another butt joint. And the rule is really, if you're going to go to the next one down, you want to be over 2 whole bays. But I think what I might do, I can't really scarf it in place. Dang it. I could also go, like I could count 1, 2, cut it here, which is going to make it a very problematic piece because it tapers and it may have to be steamed, and I have a through hole. But then I could put another joint farther. No, I can't do that because I got one here. I've got to look into this more. I may very well just kind of go for it and put a butt joint here as close to this rib as I can. Take a chance on that. I do realize this edge is worm damage, but I think here I can graft a new edge in, which is what I'm going to also do on this big boy. Instead of pulling this whole thing or making more joints in it, it's a nice long piece. I'm going to route this out and scarf in new cedar. This plank is done. I can't get away with that here, so I need to grab a Sharpie and mark this out. I made the mistake of using a wax crayon. When you try to paint over that, it's a bit of a problem. All right, I think we might have our final revision here. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it will be adequate. This needs a little repair. This whole plank, this will be one piece of the new stuff, but it's going to come all, I'm going to delete that block and this joint, and it's going to come all the way to here. And unfortunately, that's only really 1.5 bays from the next one up, but I got to double check. This may be a bulkhead line. It's either there or there. There's enough structure, and I could even, I don't know, I could even add a sister or partial sister inside to give it more strength to compensate for that. It's not like the boat will fall apart if you do it this way. It's just not the general rule. I probably wouldn't be able to get a Lloyd's policy to replace the hull if I do it this way, but that's not in the budget anyway. I'm not going to insure this boat for replacement, only liability. Anyway, the bottom edge of this plank will remain, and we're just gonna scarf in a piece there, try to make that happy. Yeah, same here. This is gonna go away. This is the same thing. This will continue here. That's still big, but I can just add more cotton. It's not the end of the world. I have a similar situation on the starboard side. This seems to have sealed up pretty well. This, instead of replacing this plank outright, I'm going to try to scarf repair this edge. Then we're going to make a new butt joint here, and my whiskey plank, my final piece, will be very short. Kind of silly, I know, but it's a repair, you know what I'm saying? To put this one in place, because I won't be able to get a clamp in, I'm going to drill 1 or 2 holes in and draw it with a threaded rod from the inside. Those holes will have to get filled up again after they're attached to the frames. It's really, unless I want to get into stem to stern removal which will probably involve steaming. I think this is my best option. There will be a block here, of course. This deleted through hole, I'm probably going to remove the block for that. They bolted right through the seam, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I may have to scarf this edge or something when I get these bolts out. The rest of it is a little rough and tough. There's a lot of missing wood here. Same here, some soft tissue has gone away, but I think it's going to be all right. Well, that was some day. A very nice day. I'm feeling cheerful today. I'm feeling thankful and cheerful, and I'm believing in the magic all over again. I mean, Doug and Lyell came by and got their boat today. They both got a good look at my boat. I got my Cedar for the planking, got the rudder back on. I found out that the pintle is in the hands of a competent welder and is going to get fixed, I think. I didn't do a whole lot else today. I cleaned the boat this morning while I was waiting for Doug and Lyell to show up. I got up really early and did some dusting and wiping. Long overdue. There's plenty more to be done. I vacuumed the bilge out. I got to work all day tomorrow, all day, like 15 hours probably, maybe more. Thursday, the forecast calls for wind and rain, which sounds pretty nasty. Friday, it may rain and snow, but I'm going to be here. There's plenty to do inside. I might continue with you-know-what in the engine room. But things are looking really good. It felt good to put out the word about the free sailboat. I was excited to see someone get it. I hadn't even thought about Doug and Lyell because I knew they had the Hobie cap, but I didn't know they were looking to upgrade. So when Lyell found out about it and went crazy, and Doug went crazy, and they both scrambled to take possession of that thing, it was really, really rewarding to be able to do something like that for some dear old friends of mine who've done so much for me. And I'm excited to have them as yard buddies. We're going to be sailing buddies now. Probably a lot of adventures lie ahead for my boat and their boat. So anyway, it looks like I will get the hull buttoned up before the dead of winter. Once I get the woodwork done, all I need is a couple of warm, dry days to do the priming and get the seam compound in there. The bottom paint itself, the anti-fouling paint, can wait until just before launch. So we're looking pretty good. This is going to be a productive winter, I think. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in again. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It costs you nothing to subscribe. You don't even have to hit the notifications. I know how annoying it is to have someone like, there's a new thing from so-and-so. So I check every day. I check my subscriptions every day. That's how I do it. The more people who comment, the better things look for me with the YouTube algorithm. You still have the ability to throw me a little money via Ko-fi, buy me a coffee, or PayPal or Patreon. The Patreon page right now is a shambles. I'm way behind on the episodes, mostly because I haven't had any nibbles yet. I was trying to start with diligently providing every video a week in advance to those who are patrons. But I really got to work harder on some other exclusive content. I have some ideas, things that might happen this winter. But it's enough that you're just watching this. I hope you find it amusing and interesting and maybe educational, although I'm not trying to educate anybody. I don't know what I'm doing. Remember, I said this in the preamble to episode 1. I haven't the faintest freaking idea what I'm doing. Don't do what I do. Definitely don't. But whatever you do, if you're thinking about getting a boat, or you're thinking about chasing any kind of crazy dream, go for it. If you wait until you're ready, if you wait until you know everything you need to know, it's going to be too late. It's never going to happen. Get up off your butt and do the thing. Okay? And I'll see you next time.